All right, let's start off with a quick review. We've already learned a little bit about India, so I want to make sure that you guys understand that before we move forward, because understanding India's geography is going to be really important for you to understand the people of India, the culture of India, and how they live. So let's start here with where India comes from. We previously learned that India used to be its own continent. And in this kind of ancient primordial world that we call Pangaea, there was continental drift, and the continent of India smashed into the southern part of China. Now this did a couple of important things. First of all, it created those Himalayas, the largest mountain range in the world. It created Mount Everest, the tallest mountain peak in the world. And as we learned previously, that giant mountain range also creates something really, really important for India. Do you remember what it is? That's right, the monsoons. This monsoon season creates two incredibly rainy, warm, wet seasons in India. And as we've learned in previous classes, when you have a lot of rain, you have a lot of food. When you have a lot of food, you have a lot of people. And this might help us understand why there's so many people in India. About 1.3 billion people live right here. Now, if you do the math there, that's about 1/6 of the world's population in this continent. In fact, if you take a look at that blue shaded circle right there, about 1/2 of the world's population lives inside that blue circle. That's incredible. That's a lot of people. All right, there you have it. Monsoons, important for ancient as well as modern India. And then we talked about the Ganges River, and the Ganges River is one of many, many, many river systems in India. However, the Ganges is really important because it's very popular. It's considered sacred. And as a reminder for why, here is the silky smooth voice of Morgan Freeman talking about the Ganges River flowing from the locks of Shiva's hair.
In the beginning, Hindus believed Ganga flowed in the heavens, but she was held captive by the creator god Brahma. Then Brahma decided to send the river Ganga down to earth.
But there is one problem, that Ganga has got such mighty force, and if she comes on the earth will drown.
So the god Shiva blocked Ganga's fall, gathering her waters in the locks of his hair.
So Shiva just opened one lock of his hair and the Ganga flowed. She's the mother because she gives birth to everything.
This holy river came from the river in heaven that we call the Milky Way.
They say that Milky Way actually is a reflection that you see in those waters which are still beyond.
Scientists have dated the universe to about 14 billion years, best we can figure. Hindus have it at what?
Hindus do not believe in one creation. They say that these are cycles of creation.
Okay.
And the primordial creation could be something like 8.6 billion years ago. Actually, this whole creation myth is very difficult to comprehend because we say that gods like Brahma has created the universe, but then they ask a question, who created Brahma?
Right.
And
That's
then
always a question. The creation happened and then the gods happened.
they say that the sages, when they were in their trance, they got that revelation that how the creation happened. But since it is in that level of consciousness, you and me, we commoners will not understand it. So we believe that it's beyond us.
All right, so for your test on Friday, yeah, it's coming up right quick on Friday. Monsoons, what are they? How do they affect life in India? How do they relate to the Himalayas? Remember that you don't have monsoons without those Himalayas. That warm wind comes up and pushes up against those Himalayas, pushes up in the atmosphere, creating that condensed, moist air. Yeah, I said the M word, deal with it. And then it creates precipitation, rainfall. Rainfall means agriculture. Agriculture means food. Food means lots of people. Everybody got to eat, right? Make sure you understand the concept of a subcontinent. Remember we talked about how India is a part of the Asian continent, but it's so large that we would consider it a subcontinent. Not a continent by itself, but pretty darn close. So I will post the test question to you. I will have it open as of this Friday. Take your time with it. You got nothing but time right now to answer that question completely using those critical thinking skills. Activate your brains, use your minds. So if you have any questions, please feel free to talk to me on Zoom. Send me an email. I don't know, send me a carrier pigeon with a little letter. I don't know what you need to do to get help from me, but I am here for you. Be ready for that test on Friday, and I will see you there. Or I will not see you there. I will see my cell phone. Test on Friday. Give me some questions.